Hello, everybody, and we're sitting down with Joe Gagliardi. How you doing, Joe?
Very well, thank you.
To start off, what drew you to music and playing the trumpet?
Oh, wow. Actually, I started, really wanted to do organ. And I took one lesson back in my home area in southern Connecticut. And we went to the store, and they handed me an accordion. And I had one lesson on accordion, and I said, I am not doing this. So that was the end of the accordion lesson and the organ lessons. Then the high school band in my hometown, which is Shelton, Connecticut, in 1974, they were invited to the Tournament of Roses parade. And they did the warm-up show behind Doc Severinsen. And when I saw that, as an 11-year-old, I said, I want to be a trumpet player because I want to be in the marching band. And that's how I started taking trumpet lessons, joining the band and in school, and here we are today.
Very nice. And you really took that part because you ended up going in New York and performing with an orchestra. How was that?
Orchestral playing is challenging. It's a lot of pressure. It's excellent, but when you're talking about classical orchestra music, it's very, very demanding and very intense. So enjoyable. The one hesitation I would have doing orchestral music is trumpet players usually end up counting for about 80, 90 measures and then play super high for 3 measures and then rest another 80 or 90 measures. So you're not playing all the time. You can't really get into a rhythm or a flow, so to speak.
No time to daydream.
Yeah.
Right. Exactly.
You can't just let your mind flow. You gotta just stick with it. Okay, now it's my time again.
Right. Big band music is much more flexible. So.
What in particular is your favorite era of music?
Oh boy, I have several. Obviously, I like 40s swing style big band, just because of the literature and the music. I like 70s rock and roll. That's when I grew up. So 70s and 80s. Well,
80s?
you know, 80s. Some of the 80s.
Some people like the 80s.
Yes, some of the 80s is very good. I really enjoy Tower of Power, which is a jazz funk group. Did a lot of backup horn work for Huey Lewis and the News, and just very different style. And that's really what I like, is the variety of music. I do still play classically. I play with a brass quintet at a church down in Lancaster. So I'm still touching a little bit with that. And in my regular day job, which is with R.R. Donnelly, I work with TV Guides, so I'm still tied to the entertainment business a little bit as well.
Very nice.
Yeah.
And actually, that brings me to one of my other questions, which is, you currently perform off and on with 3 different bands on top of your regular work. Do you ever sleep?
Occasionally. Preferably not at work or during a gig. But fortunately, there's a lot of high energy and a lot of involvement that my whole family likes to do.
That's great.
The 4 of us, my wife and my 2 girls, were all musicians. My older daughter is at Ithaca College, and she's a senior in music ed major, so she'll be teaching very shortly, we hope. And my younger daughter is at University of Maryland, and a jazz player as well. She is with the University of Maryland Jazz Band. Their leader is Chris Fidala, who was Chuck Mangione's sax player back in the day.
Nice.
Yeah, so, yeah, so she's got a little bit of it too.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
What advice do you have for any aspiring musicians?
Never give up and never stop. There's always opportunities that will present themselves. Never get dejected, because when one door closes, another door will open, and just keep plugging along and working at it, and it will pay off. It will bear fruit, so to speak.
Finally, for real this time,
Okay.
what inspires you as a musician?
What inspires me? That's a good question. Style of music definitely inspires me, especially to play things I really enjoy doing, like swing. The reaction of the crowds, especially if they're dancers or singers or just people who enjoy it. The band, the big band, the Moonlighters, we definitely feed off of crowd feedback, and you can tell when the band has the energy and it's transferred back and forth from the dancers to the band and back to the dancers.
Symbiotic.
Very much so. And that's really what makes it fun as a musician, is to get out in front of people and make them happy and enjoy it. So that's really my goal. Hopefully, if we can make somebody happy, that's great. We accomplished it. So.
That's fantastic.
Yeah,
All right, well, thank you for sitting down to talk with us, Joe.
Okay, thank you very much.
a
Looking
good
forward
day.
to playing.